Hello, welcome back. So Potomac is back. As you guys know, I will be reviewing this season of Potomac. I asked you guys to vote on it in my community page. Pretty much everyone wanted me to do reviews. And now that time has come. So the first episode premiered last night, Sunday at 8 p.m. And it was like a little bit longer. It was like an hour and 15 minutes. But it was a lot going on. So let's get into this. So I did write some notes on one of my phones. So if you guys see me looking down, I wrote my notes. Just like I did for Basketball Wives, I just wrote some notes down and we're just gonna go off of that. Okay, so let's get into this. So we start out with a picnic between Karen, Gizelle, Robin, and Ashley. It's nice to see everybody getting along, particularly Karen and Gizelle, because they had their little moment before Ashley and Robin got there where they were talking and catching up. And it was actually really nice to see them get along. You know, Karen and Gizelle are the frenemies of the show. They are the Kim and Nene of Potomac. So I really enjoy when they get along. So Robin and Ashley get there, you know, they start their gossip. Y'all know how they do, you know, talking about people, acting like it's out of concern, but really you just gossiping. So they start with Mia's post. Mia, I'm kind of confused about what's going on with her. Like, she said something about cancer, but she doesn't have cancer. So I don't know. I don't really know what's going on with that. Yeah, they're just doing what they do, being messy. I do, however, agree with them. I think that they do have very valid points just because Mia doesn't always tell the truth. So they have valid points, but I don't know what's going on. And honestly, I don't know if Mia will lie about something like that. So we just gonna have to see how that plays out. And Karen does, you know, somewhat defend Mia, which I liked because, again, like, we don't know. We can't just assume the girl lying. Okay, so then they move on to Ashley's divorce. And Ashley basically implies that sex is one of the reasons why they're divorcing. And she says they're buying a house together under a LLC, which makes no sense. I understand why the ladies were like kind of grilling her about it, but Robin decides to chime in and say, I would never do that. If we're divorced, I could have sworn the first season her and Juan were living together and they were divorced. Like, if it were anybody who wouldn't be able to give Ashley advice about her confusing relationship, is Robin, because her relationship is confusing as well. I don't even know why she said, but I would never do that. Girl, you did it. We saw it on camera. So then we move on to Candace and Chris. Now, Candace is freezing her eggs because she doesn't think that she's ready to have a baby right now with her career going the way that it's going. I think she is having some success, which is good because her voice is nice. And I really actually did like the song Drive Back. And then also Chris is no longer working from home. So that's something that they're adjusting to. And they've been arguing a lot lately. And Candace just doesn't feel like this is the best time for them to bring a baby into the mix. And I do agree. I think that they are both extremely busy and they don't have time for a baby. But I don't think that's the only reason they shouldn't be having a baby. I think they also shouldn't have a baby because of where they are in their relationship. Like, they're just going through a little rift right now. Like, they were arguing in the doctor's office in front of the doctor. Y'all are definitely not ready to have a baby right now. Babies don't fix things. Okay, so Sharice returns. And she has lunch with Robin. Robin still doesn't have a wedding date. Surprise, surprise. But she does know that she wants to do a prenup, which I agree with. She said the first time they got married, Juan made her sign one. And now that those tables are turned, she gonna make him sign one. I don't see nothing wrong with that. I think that that's only fair. But when she was like, I'm the breadwinner now, I was like, ooh. So then we moved to Mia. Mia has bought a rental home. Well, Karen's rental home. Because production is just so shady. So Mia has rented out Karen's home in Potomac, I guess for the duration of filming, just so she can actually be in Potomac. I'm just assuming. I honestly don't know. It's pretty nice. The home is pretty nice, but $65,000 in renovations. Then to hear everything about like her financial issues now, it's just like, that didn't really age well. So So next is Wendy and Peter. The weirdest combo. First of all, I thought Peter wasn't gonna show up until like mid-season-ish, but they ain't waste no time. They got him in the first episode. Well, all right then. Wendy wants to set up a Nigerian lounge. I think that's a pretty good idea. The only thing I don't agree with is having the kids there, because why would you want kids around all of that? That was weird. And then it was also weird how quick Peter was to invest in the business. Like, do they know each other like that? And to be honest, Peter really don't have the best track record with businesses. I know Bar One is pretty successful, but let's remember, it took him a few times to get it right. So I just hope this ends well. I hope nobody ends up suing anybody. Then we move to Ashley. Ashley is divorcing Michael, but she is afraid to be a single mom because she has never paid for anything being married to Michael. And I'm just sitting here like, girl, you have a consistent check with Potomac. You know, this is your job. You get paid to do that. I'm pretty sure she does other things. If not, she should start doing some other things. Now that I think about it, Ashley doesn't have a business. I feel like everybody else has something else going on besides housewives, and I don't know that Ashley has a business or something like on her own, because everything that she does is with Michael. I would just like for Ashley to like find her independence, and maybe that'll help her, you know, get through the divorce. But yeah, she has never paid for anything. Her prenup is no longer valid, which, you know, there has always been speculation that she was purposely waiting that out. So now that we know that she doesn't get the alimony or whatever was in the prenup, she could possibly get a lump sum or half. You know, there's no prenup in place. The other partner can get half of what you got. But the problem is Ashley has no lawyers. And that is like, girl, what are you doing? Let's just say our speculations are true. You purposely waited out this prenup to get a large lump sum at the end. Babe, you're gonna need a lawyer to do that. So you might want to work on that. Do y'all think Ashley just don't want to say her business? Do y'all think sis is already good? Because honestly, I don't know what to believe with Ashley. So then we move on to Karen's spring party, spring fling or whatever. And Mia brings her friend Jacqueline, who will definitely be in the season, but they just didn't show too much of her right now. Gizelle and Karen are just bonding again, having their little friend moments, which I'm really, really enjoying. But they're discussing Ashley, and Karen's viewpoint was that Ashley knows what she's doing. She knows how to play the game. She's playing Michael. And you know, when she said that, I actually never really thought about it like that. I just think it's interesting how everyone has like their different theories of what's going on, because it's not clear. So then Ashley walks in and Karen is just straight up, girl, we talking about you. So then Ashley proceeds to tell them that she found a house already for them to have under this LLC. And I'm trying to figure out, is this Ashley's way of not paying for a house? Of like, I guess basically having Michael still like pay her bills because she's never done that. Like, I don't understand the motive. Her family asked her, will they starting a business? Like I said, like everyone has their different theories. Like nobody really knows what's going on. So then Gizelle tries to talk some sense into Ashley, and she brings up Robin again. Now, like I said, Robin cannot talk. She was living with Juan when she was divorced. Like, she can't talk. But the reason I'm bringing this up is because Gizelle actually spilled some tea. I don't know if she intentionally did that or not, but she let us know that Juan's name is not on the lease. Now, aside from the house situation, I feel like Ashley is going through the normal motions of separating from somebody. Of course, you're going to miss them. Of course, you may have missteps. Y'all may mess around. Like, that just, I feel like that's just normal with divorce, because you're used to seeing this person every day, waking up, being with them. You know, it's not just as easy as, okay, we're divorcing, so I don't have feelings for you anymore. I don't want to be with you anymore. I don't want to have sex with you anymore. It's not that simple. So when she said she woke up and she was missing Michael, that wasn't really like too alarming to me, because I just feel like that's normal. So I don't really have much to criticize about that. I think all people who get divorced go through that. So then Candace and Chris arrive, and there is this really awkward tension between Chris, Candace and Gizelle. And I'm trying to figure out if this is before or after the alleged incident where Chris made her feel uncomfortable, because she looked real comfortable speaking to him to me. Escale is back. Escale, I hope I'm saying that right, but she's back. Cool. I liked her last season. But did y'all peep that she is Candace's friend now? She is no longer Robin's friend. She is Candace's friend. So then Wendy arrives. She walks up to speak to Gizelle, and Gizelle is just like, no thank you, no thank you, no touching, no hugs, no, I'm good, thanks, nope, stay away. She's obviously still upset about, I guess, everything Wendy said to her last season, which is understandable. Like, we not just gonna act like that didn't happen. So then Mia arrives, and Gizelle, I don't understand why she said what she said. And Gizelle is just instantly like, oh, so this is what cancer looks like? And I feel like Gizelle just really started going in on her. Like, dang, can the girl put her bag down? Can she get a drink? Can she speak to everybody? Like, she literally just walked in and automatically Gizelle just started grilling her. Didn't Karen tell her that at the beginning of the episode, that these ladies was gonna be in your business? And what did Mia say? They need to mind their business. Girl, you know Gizelle not minding her business. Gizelle tries to include Karen in the mess and say that Karen was talking about Mia, but no, actually, like I said in the beginning, she was actually defending Mia. And I'm wondering if this is where the tension between Karen and Mia starts. There is going to be some tension between the two of them. I remember seeing that a while ago. So I wonder if this is where it started. But Mia ends up telling Gizelle off, you know, saying, I would never do that for clout. F you if you think I would.
It's been like hell, okay? Okay. So for you to sit there and say that you think I was doing it for attention, I didn't you.
So again, I don't know. We'll just have to see how it plays out. Overall, this was a very strong season opener. I actually really enjoyed it. I think some of the storylines are a little blah, but I think it's going to be a good season. They have a lot of people on this season. You already have the 7 peach holders. Then you have Sharice returning, Escale returning, Mia's friend Jacqueline, Peter. Like, you have a lot of people on this season. So I think it's going to be really good. Like I've been saying, I think Potomac is coming for Atlanta's spot. But honestly, Atlanta didn't really slow down or get, like, I guess, boring per se until I want to say like season 12-ish. So, you know, and they're only in season 7. So this is like their prime right now. I remember Housewives, they were in their prime from seasons like 5 through 9. So this is Potomac's prime right now. But those are my thoughts. What are your thoughts? Leave them down below. Make sure you keep liking and subscribing, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.